Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about DaBaby. Now, for those of you who don't know, DaBaby was in the news about a week ago, man, because of an incident that took place where it looked like him and his crew were beating up his baby mama's brother. Now, the guy by the name of Brandon Bills, who is also a rapper, looks like he's taken it into his own hands and hired him a lawyer, and he's coming with that lawsuit, man. Now, what could this mean for DaBaby? Because for those of you who have been keeping track, he's had a crazy year in hip-hop, at least for 2021, man. Going into this year, I didn't know how it was going to work out for him because it seemed like he was on the up and up, man. He had a feature with NBA Youngboy, some real big songs coming out. Seemed like his fans were still in it. But then the incident happened last week, and this set him back to, where he was before, man. Now, DaBaby is known to be a certified head buster by some. People recognize the fact that he'll keep it gangster when the time permits to. But this one seems like it might cost him in the end if this lawsuit is proven true. Now, before we get to the specifics of this story, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this story, man. So TMZ just put out a story, and it says this in the headline. It says, DaBaby sued by Dani Leigh's bro for bowling alley beatdown. So basically, they're talking about the fact that DaBaby is being sued by Brandon Bills for the bowling alley beatdown that he was allegedly a part of, right? Now, it goes on to say that DaBaby is dealing with more fallout from his bowling alley beatdown of his baby mama's brother, because now he's facing a lawsuit. Now, with all this, it seems like there's been several different stories around this, what led to this. But the first thing that everybody, pointed to was the fact that DaBaby and Brandon Bills had got into kind of an online situation. It really wasn't much. It was like Brandon Bills was saying that next time he saw DaBaby, it was on site. He showed himself talking to TMZ about the story before and everything. And it seemed like, okay, it was going to be a up once we see each other type of situation, right? So when it went down finally, it was still a shock for some reason to most fans because of the year that DaBaby had last year. A lot of people thought he would probably, leave these type of situations alone and stay out of it. But as we saw in the videotape, man, it looked like he was all up in the situation. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, Dani Leigh's brother, Brandon Bills, is suing the rapper over their recent fight at a SoCal bowling alley. Now, obviously, it's the same bowling alley that, we saw in the video. And, there's rumors that DaBaby was actually told he can't be back at this bowling alley because of what went down. Now, according to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Brandon claims he walked by DaBaby in the bowling alley when DaBaby suddenly attacked him, leaving him with severe injury and pain. And normally in these lawsuits, man, that's how it's spelled out. People say that, they got severe injuries or severe pain or something like that from the incident, especially in this situation since it wasn't a one-on-one, he might, like the judge and the jury, they might prove favorably about that, man. They might actually say, okay, we see what's up. Now, on the flip side of that, you have DaBaby, who could probably argue that, we got into it because the last time I saw a dude, he was on TV or he was on social media or whatever, and he was talking about it was on site and all this stuff, and that how he was going to harm me. So, I had to protect myself. It could be... They could be both have a legitimate case in this, I think, man. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out in court and if the jury and the judge are hearing that. But based on this story, it seems like dude is going to be trying to prove that the severe pain and injury were caused by DaBaby and his crew. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, Brandon claims he didn't fight back and says DaBaby's assault resulted in physical and psychological damage, plus medical bills and sustained disability. Now, that's a lot to unpack there. So he's saying that he resulted in physical and psychological damage? Is he like scared to go outside or something behind this? Is that what that means? I'm not sure. I'm not a medical professional of any type. So, man, don't take my word for anything like that. But is that what that means? Tell me in the comments. Also, plus medical bills and sustained disability. So I'm wondering if he's saying there that this attack or this situation left him disabled in some way. We'll see. Now, it also says, as we reported, the brawl was caught on camera, with the fight spilling into the bowling lanes, law enforcement says they're now investigating DaBaby for assault with a deadly weapon because Brandon was kicked in the head while on the ground. So, okay, they're saying that since dude was kicked in the head, that the police might be getting involved to investigate. Now, at this time, I don't think DaBaby has been arrested or anything like that. I think he was just told not to ever come back to that bowling alley and that he was banned. Now, DaBaby's already claimed it was self-defense, and he's been banned from the bowling alley, Corbin Bowl, in Topanga, California, man. So it looks like DaBaby has already gone out and said, yo, it was self-defense. They even have a TMZ video of him saying those words, like, yo, it was self-defense. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like DaBaby's already got his story in order and how he's going to fight this lawsuit or any type. Now, they say it's a lawsuit, but they didn't say it was a criminal complaint as well. I'm wondering if dude is going to go and, if he's going to file a criminal complaint, or is he just going to file a civil lawsuit in order to get his money, to get compensated for what he thinks he needs to be compensated for. Now, the story finishes by saying this. It says Dani Leigh's bro is suing DaBaby for assault, battery, emotional distress, and negligence. We reached out to DaBaby's camp. So far, no word back. So it looks like they've already reached out to DaBaby and he's keeping it quiet, which is smart. Because if it's a lawsuit, you'd rather just fight it in court through the lawyers and not through public opinion. Because, public opinion we've seen hasn't swayed the court that much, in the past with these type of rapper lawsuit type of deals, man. But we'll see. What's odd is the whole family dynamic that you add into this, right? Because you had Dani Leigh, she made a post, I believe, once this thing happened. And, she was talking about, how it was messed up or whatnot. But at the end of the day, her and DaBaby have a kid together. And then, that's essentially, that's her brother. So that's blood, right? But, Thanksgiving over there is going to be crazy, man. If they ever have that type of situation again. I don't know their family dynamic, so I don't want to front like I do. But this is weird, man, to say the least, man. And now with a lawsuit, man, it makes it even stranger, man. Because now you got your brother. You got to take his side. I'm thinking if I'm Dani Leigh. And then you got your baby dad. And I know they're not really in a good place. If anything, depending on what happened after we saw that video of him allegedly kicking her out, it's just a big mess, man. It's a family mess that's spilling off into social media. And obviously it's been, now there's been an encounter between the two, between her brother and her baby dad. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. But it seems like DaBaby, man, he's going to keep quiet at least until he has something to officially say, probably through his attorneys. And we'll be watching this whole thing. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think DaBaby will probably have to pay up that money with this lawsuit? Or do you feel like his claim of self-defense will probably hold up because of the last interaction that they had on social media? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.